Okay, today I would like to be doing my box opening of my Bubba blade, electric blade, and I've been excited because I've never used one of these before, and I've heard good things about them. And as everybody knows, that we do a lot of cutting of fish, so I wanted to share with everybody. I was actually looking online because a lot of people were asking me where I got them, and I was looking all over online trying to find them, and I then ordered one. I was happy, I was excited, and then 3 months later, after they emailed me back and said that it was no longer available. So it was really a headache, and so I finally found one, and they are $170, and we'll get into our box opening. And I think that's about the average prices for them is about 170 when I was looking for it. Alright, so as we see when we're getting into it, of course it comes with the instructions and everything else like that. It has your charger. It has an extra battery for it too. And I think you can order the batteries, the extra ones too, so if you want to have them all charged and you're doing a large amount of fish. I do not know the lifespan on them right at this point because I haven't been using them, so I'll probably have to drop that in the comments later once I start figuring that out. So it comes with a 7-inch blade, a 9-inch blade, and then a 12-inch blade, what we'll be looking for, or what we'll be using today, especially on these springers. And one of the things too when you pull the blades out is that there'll be two blades kind of within one, and then they'll be attached to each other. I was kind of messing around with them and then realized that one of them popped out. So you want to make sure that they're put in there and you just don't start it up. And then here I already attached a battery to it, so to give you an idea right there. So this is a 12-inch blade, and this is the first salmon that I caught of the year that I'll be using it on. So I'm gonna back everything else out. And I was, of course, in my other videos that I've done too, you always see me with my meat cleaver. So when I'm cutting the backbones and whatnot too. I don't think I have both of them attached correctly. Let's try it. They weren't going back and forth. There we go. So I think that was my problem. Yeah, that was it. I was like, why is this thing not cutting? So you gotta make sure you have those attached. So one should be going up and one should be going down. In my case, it wasn't doing that. So, all right. And this is actually a female. Of course, we always have our bags just for this occasion. Alright, let's see how it goes on the second part. On the fillet. Not putting much resistance into it either, so good. Not bad. Chewed it up a little bit, I felt right there. That might have been on me though, just because I'm new at using it. Alright, we'll flip it over. I think now that I kind of figured out a little bit more what's going on with it, I feel like I'm feeling more comfortable, but I still feel like, I don't know, in my head maybe I have questions. Is there another gear? Is it going faster, or is my battery dying, or? Put this down. And then voila. So of course we have the meat cleaver to get the tail, the end of it. Then our head. And then the collars. One of the best parts too is the collars. And then our back strap too, which is we'll be baking. Just put this in tin foil and then add a little bit of Johnny's and some oil, and then we'll be baking that too. Here I brought the scale out to weigh my fish, and then I end up cutting it. So the bellies, one of the tips with your bellies, if you're ever canning, make sure you save a little bit of the chunk of the belly and then throw it in your can. It will give it a little bit more of that oil in it too, and that little bit of a pop to it. With our cages, you'll see that we smoke these all the time. We smoke them, or we'll throw them in with our back straps and then bake those too, and then peel them off. So all the stuff I normally see everybody throwing out, this is the stuff that we keep. We smoke these too. You'll see us smoking in the cages and the collars and the bellies a lot too. So these are very edible. So make sure that you're not throwing those out, that you're cooking them. Give you an idea of our fillet that we have. So overall, yeah, I think it's cutting pretty smooth. It's not leaving like the ridges, kind of like how I was suspecting that it would leave ridges in there, or like kind of maybe hack marks, but it's not doing that. That's not the case. The last fillet. You'll see us smoking the bellies up too, but then sometimes too, what we'll do, we'll vacuum pack them and save them for later, and you can add them in there. That gives it that oil to when you're baking too, so you don't have to add the oil. And then here's our cages too, so we'll set those aside. And here's our last fillet. So it looks pretty smooth. I like it. I'm just still have questions because I'm wondering if it has another speed or something like that I'm not aware of. But overall, just make sure, I guess, to be making sure that you have these both plugged in correctly, so that when they're working, they're going like this. That's what my main malfunction was when I first started. So overall, this is the Bubba blade, electric knife, and has 3 blades, and see a 12, a 9, and a 7 in it. Comes with an extra battery and runs right around $170, I think it was. When I was at the store too, I also picked up my 12-inch Bubba blade. Now these, I got asked previously too what I'm always using when I'm cutting, and it's normally the 9s and the 7s, but I finally found the 12, so I was excited to get that because so I can make sure I'm getting all the way through the fish. And these were running around $80 to get one of the 12 inchers, so the flex Bubba blade too. So if you're interested in that, they're kind of hard. The first time I seen them was yesterday too, so I just thought I'd do a rundown of the Bubba blade and show everybody my first fish that I caught this year. So fish on, brothers and sisters.